Because it's a little...
Yeah.
A little bit behind. Hello, I'm Mike.
I'm Mike.
This is Mike and Mike at the Movies. And our first film today is I, Tonya. Margot Robbie plays the infamous Tonya Harding in this biopic. Sebastian Stan and Allison Janney are her abusive husband, Jeff, and also her abusive mother. While many people probably feel that they know this story, the film does a great job of really delving into the psyche of Tonya Harding, the people around her that led to the incident that everyone knows with Nancy Kerrigan, and really does a great job at being not just a biopic but a dark comedy. And this is what I felt was really the strongest part of the movie was the dark comedy element. The film is very respectful to Miss Harding and paints her as more of a sympathetic character than I was expecting. But the people around her, they really do not hold back on their flaws, and they use them what is I'm sure not a funny. The incident is not funny in and of itself, but certainly the people around it and the are interesting characters, and
What way of putting it?
Yeah. But I laughed plenty during this movie, and I also really appreciated the way that it focused primarily on Miss Harding and her accomplishments as well. I was pleased to not see so many characters brought in. Nancy Kerrigan is not she's not really a character in this film. She's
walk on.
Yeah, exactly. So to me, this is a very solid biopic. I give it 3 stars out of 4.
I went into this movie not really knowing what to expect. Of course, everyone knows the story, and one thing I liked about this movie is that it never pretends to be impartial to tell the real story. Everyone has their own motive, and I love how director Craig Gillespie, who did the charming Lars and the Real Girl, also about a lovable weirdo. Although Tonya Harding isn't exactly lovable, but he has a measure of sympathy for her in this way. She's enormously talented. She was the first one to do the triple axel in competition, and she's got a fiery temper. She's got a trailer trash background, which doesn't endear her to neither of which endears her to anyone. But she's like, I'm talented. I work hard. I can do this shit. Put me on the even playing field with everyone else. That's how he sees her. That's how he gets us on her side. And I also like this faux documentary approach, which allows some bite, and some really unique ways of telling the story. Like I remember at one point, Jeff accuses her of shooting a gun at him, and while that flashback is playing out, she looks at the camera and says, "This never happened." At times it gets a little too gimmicky, but he's taking chances, and I'll give him that. Yeah. The dark comedy is more amusing than laugh out loud funny. Let's just say that. But it got under my skin because Margot Robbie is so good. She just got an Oscar nomination today, and it's really well deserved. It's tough to say she's gonna be a front runner, but she's very, very good here. She got the mother of all big breaks in The Wolf of Wall Street a few years back, and she's been, surprising me at every turn. And Allison Janney is very good as the mother from hell. The typical stage mother has nothing compared to this woman who's, a creature. She's always got a cigarette in her hand. She's a drunk. She's a total bitch.
Yeah.
And pardon my French, but really, trust me, that's the only way to describe this woman.
Yeah.
But she's very good. I liked, the fact that it just got under my skin. I started to care about these people, and it doesn't exonerate Tonya Harding at all, but it also says that there's more to the story than just a simple she was jealous and she got her ex-husband and her bodyguard to attack the prettier, more talented Nancy Kerrigan, which this film never alleges that that was the case, and it just tells that says that it's more complicated than that. One thing that must be mentioned is that this is her side of the story. She was a consultant on the film. She gave her seal of approval. But Nancy Kerrigan has not seen it. She was not consulted. So this isn't an unbiased version of the story. It's Tanya's story. So let's just get that out of there. But he's not making a real, true story. He's telling her side of it. And Kerrigan hasn't seen this film, and as of right now, she has no interest in doing so. But for what it is, I really enjoyed it. It got under my skin, and I give it 3.5.
Okay. Yeah. I think it's worth. You were mentioning the artistic choices the director makes. So, like I said, some of it can be a little gimmicky, but it made things really interesting at parts where I think it might have dragged otherwise, because if you felt like you knew the story well, like I did, and so you kind of even if not knowing the story, even some of the new details, you could figure out where they were going if you thought about it. But those elements kept it really interesting.
Right, and let's give a shout out to the stunt women and the CGI special effects, because it is entirely convincing. They never get enough credit. But it really looks like it's Margot Robbie performing all these dance moves. Yeah. And to pull that off is incredible, and they should be given a big thumbs up for that.
Yeah. I mean that was entertaining. Much like just watching Tonya Harding perform.
Exactly.
In her life, it was just so well done, and that's what I was saying with. I was glad that I didn't have to see the typical. Let's see the other performers and build up if she's
right. No, this isn't like a traditional sports movie.
Yeah. Like
the Mighty Ducks or something like that, or Rocky.
Yeah. This
is more of a character study.
Exactly.
And on that level, I would recommend the film very highly. Give it a 3.5 out of 4.
Same here.